Hey guys.
Hey guys.
So this is the first in the series of videos that we're going to be doing talking about the saints. And so for the first one, we chose a saint that's very near and dear to Maria's heart. And I love too, but nowhere near as much as she does. So who are we talking about?
Saint Therese.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about like her family life.
Well, she grew up in a pretty normal family. She had a lot of sisters, and her parents were very loving, and she just loved her family.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, tell us a little bit about like her personality, who she was.
So she was very sensitive when she was a kid, which I relate to, and she had a temper. But she was very loving. Like, she just loves to love on people, and it's like hard to glean what her personality is from her writings, because like she wrote, and like you kind of, I don't know, your whole personality doesn't come out when you write. But there's like just little things about what other people said about her. Like, somebody wrote in like an account of all of her last words, like, oh, she had the most charming little way of saying yes but. So like she might say, yes but I want some pizza, yes but I want some pizza. Like, she was just really cute. So lots of people like to be around her.
Yeah, and one of the things that you shared too is that she seemed to be pretty humorous.
Yeah, she seems to have a good sense of humor.
So, what was like a major struggle that she experienced in her life?
She had a temper, which I relate to. That's probably why I like her. But how she overcame that was, like, it was a lot of grace, which she definitely gave all the credit to God and His grace. But she also, like, actively worked against it. And so after she joined the convent, which she did at a young age, she would struggle with irritation towards what the other nuns were doing. And like one story that I really like is like one day she was like in the washroom, and this other nun kept splashing her with dirty water, and she was so mad about it. But then she realized, wow, this is an opportunity for me to practice not losing my temper. And so she went back again and again and again to that spot so that she could like practice loving that nun. And not only did she grow in strength, but she actually started to enjoy the experience. Like, that's kind of what God's grace does to you when you take the challenge of overcoming the things that aren't strong about you. It's not just that it's a trial, it's actually a triumph. So she definitely experienced that.
Yeah.
And she recorded later in her life that she was so much at peace because she had given over her life to God. But in a way that, I mean, she was still so much herself, but she was so happy because she did things like that, and she just wanted what God wanted.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting, like, and you might be able to say some more about this, but it's interesting that how old was she when she died?
24.
So she died at the age of 24.
Mm-hmm.
We're already older than she was. and she, I think, how did she start writing? What was the process of that?
Well, she wrote her autobiography because I think it was the Mother Superior, but one of the older nuns told her, write down your story. So she did it out of obedience, thank goodness. Somebody told her to.
And what's crazy is, like, very shortly after her death, so it wasn't while she was alive, it was after her death, her work started to become very popularized. And it sold like it's nobody's business. And her works have become one of the most sold works of literature in history. Her autobiography, Story of a Soul. Was that St. Therese?
Yeah.
And so she had this massive impact on, literally, guys, millions of people. She's had a profound impact in their lives. And like that people will attest. Like, she's had a profound impact in my life. And she is one of a very special class of saints in the history of the church who are the doctors of the church. Doctors in Latin, it means teacher. So she's one of the main teachers of the Catholic Church. She's one of the people who has taught us about God and about the faith in a profound way, that she stands out among the hundreds and probably thousands of saints. I think there's 39 of them.
Yeah.
So she made it into a special class. And again, guys, she died at 24.
Yeah, and the reason that she was a doctor of the church is because up until her time, the standard for holiness was kind of to go out and do great things, great actions, or whatever, which was really unattainable for most people. But what she taught, which is why the church loved her so much, was what she called her little way, which was essentially to love and to be a saint in the place that you already are by doing tiny things out of love.
Yeah.
Which we can all do. So, like, even if you're doing the dishes, like, do it with an attitude of love. There you are. You're a saint, you know. Yeah, very attainable. Challenging, but still attainable, and challenging in a good way.
And it transforms us into the kind of people that have an impact in other people's lives when we do those little things. That little act of washing the dishes might not change somebody's life, but who you become because of that does.
Yeah.
So that's Saint Therese of Lisieux. That's the town that she came from.
Lisieux.
There you go. So there's someone for you guys to consider choosing for your confirmation saint. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.